Hey everybody, so I'm doing a quick video tutorial on how I do stations at the beginning of the year in choir. You can do this at any time of the year in choir, but it's particularly helpful at the beginning of the year because you can get a lot accomplished and make the best use of your time. So I'm going to turn the camera around and let's take a look. So these stations are really only 4 to 5 minutes long, so I keep them short and I keep them moving. And they're in small groups, anywhere from 3 to 5 singers. I try to keep it to 5 if at all possible. So that means you gotta have a lot of stations. So the first one is a QR code to a Get to Know You Google form. So I ask them a bunch of questions that helps me to get to know them a little bit better. And so then they come around here to station 2, and this is a station where they are working on basic music theory. So what the notes are called, what are time signatures, rests, dynamics, those types of things. So that is that worksheet here. And then we have our lovely solfege ladder here. And so the third station is where they fill in the solfege ladder on a worksheet. And this one is double-sided, where I have them do identification of the hand signs as well. It's super easy because obviously they've got them right there in front. Now station 4 is over with me at the piano, where I am doing their voice placement. So I use My Country 'Tis of Thee and a couple other vocalises to just see where their range is sitting, and also where their registration is. Where is their voice changing registers, because that can sometimes be an indication of where they should be placed vocally. So I do that fairly quickly, and again, it's just in the cycle of stations here. So 3 to 5 singers come up and they're just singing it, My Country 'Tis of Thee, multiple times in multiple keys, and sometimes I use a couple of their vocal exercises to help determine that. So that is station 4, and then we come around here, you get a little tour of our choir room as well, and here is then station 5, where they are working on a worksheet on music symbols. And again, I keep it short and sweet. There's only 10 of them there. These are all multiple choice, and so identifying some of the symbols and articulations that they are going to see in their choral music. And then over to station 6, this is where we start to get into letter names of notes. And so every good boy deserves fudge, or whatever you like to use, FACE, empty garbage before dad flips, we use that. And I also put bass choir on there as well. So all cows eat grass and good burritos don't fall apart. That's what we use for our spaces and letters. So it just gives, a basic introduction into that, asking them if they know some of these things, and then asking them to also identify notes on the staff as well. And then finally, my last one is station 7, where we get into solfege, and I give them some examples. This is very, very, very beginning. So each example is just 2 notes. The first note is do. So given that information, then I ask them, can they identify the appropriate solfege syllable for the second note in that example? So that is station 7. So what do I do with this information? So these assignments are not graded. These are really just pre-assessments for me. So it helps me to know a little bit more about my students. I can, get that get to know you form, but also helps me to know what they know and what they can do. So then moving forward in rehearsals, I know what concepts I need to review, what concepts I need to go back and cover, and what do they already know that I don't need to waste time going over it again. So then I can move forward on to other concepts. So none of this is graded, but you could do graded assessments inside of stations in your choral rehearsal. It'd actually be a really efficient and effective way of getting some small, short, pieces of assessment done in a relatively short time. So that is my method for doing stations within the choral rehearsal. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope this gives you some ideas about how you might use stations with your singers as well. Bye for now.